As tweets and Facebook posts about these protests across the country spread on social media, so does misinformation about them. That's why the Verify team is here to break down any rumors we find. You may have seen this flyer circulating online claiming that Homeland Security is preparing to mobilize the National Guard and the U.S. military to invoke a 2-week quarantine under something called the Stafford Act, all in an effort to help prevent looters and rioters. So let's verify, is the information in this flyer accurate? And I bet this looks familiar.
Tackling the one we saw most repeated.
Our team debunked this flyer way back in March as coronavirus was first being declared a pandemic. At that point, the president had already invoked the Stafford Act on March 13th. But this act really only deals with FEMA and how the federal government assists states and victims. What this act does not do is grant the president explicit powers to quarantine the country. Now, we should note that the flyer has added a bit about rioters into that flyer, and it is true that governors have activated the National Guard in at least 28 states and D.C. They're there to assist state and local law enforcement amid what they're calling civil unrest operations. And that is on par with their official duties. According to their website, governors can activate the National Guard during local or statewide emergencies such as storms, drought, and civil disturbances. So we can verify, false. This flyer continues to spread false information online. Now, we want to be there for you. If there's something that you want us to look into, just send us an email at verify@wusa9.com.